everyone. Food lovers can finally get a taste of their favorite culinary creations after months of lockdown. Business incubator Mercato Central is bringing back the outdoor food market concept to help restaurant owners bounce back from this pandemic. To tell us more about Street is Mercato Central co-founder RJ Ledesma. RJ, great to have you on the show.
Hi, Rico. Thanks so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate you having me here on behalf of the small Mercato street food vendors and the restaurants participating in our Bonifacio High Street concept.
Yeah, but RJ, the question is here, how bad was a small food business during this pandemic?
Well, in particular, my original Mercato Central, we actually had to close that down during the pandemic because it was a place of mass gathering. And many of the people who were there, they were actually mom and pop, micro and small food entrepreneurs. And this market was their primary source of income prior to the crisis. So during this time, it's very difficult for them to make ends meet. And, it was just doing, maybe they try to stay alive using Viber, going to their sukis in the market to try and stay alive.
That's right, the Viber economy, the WhatsApp economy.
A small food business incubator.
That's right.
And then, yes, Rico, please.
But taking a look at the list of food vendors participating, many are hanging in there, hoping that times will improve.
Yes. Well, so basically what happened over here is that, our partner has always been BGC. They helped us begin the concept of the Mercato Central outdoor food market, helping small food vendors grow. But what happened was that during this crisis, what we realized is that it became more and more relevant for us to become an incubator, not just for small food vendors, but even for the restaurants, because many of the restaurants were also struggling at this time just to keep their workers. They had to have a skeletal crew. So what we said is our job as an incubator for food became more relevant. And we said we needed to help both the small food vendors survive and also the large restaurants survive at the same time. And what we were seeing was that online from the studies that I think from Cobena, which is a social listening marketing company, 62% of people, they wanted to start eating out again. But they were very wary of eating out in areas which are indoor, enclosed, like in the malls. So we said, we, Mercato Central, already have the experience of doing an outdoor market. But we wanted to make sure that the outdoor market that we created was something that people would feel safe and secure in.
So how do you make Mercato Central's street food fair safe for everyone who is there? Because, as the government restarts the economy, the infection rates still remain in the thousands. How will you make them safe inside your fair?
That's a great question, Rico. Actually, in Tagalog, dumaan kami sa butas ng karayom just to get this passed through. We actually had to go through the Taguig Safe City Council, and they really made us make sure that all the requirements we submitted were something that would pass through IATF standards. So if you go inside our place, we use exactly the same standards you would use as to going inside the mall, making sure that there's temperature checks, there's QR codes for your health. There's foot baths before you come in. There's hand sanitizers over there. There's actually directional routes for people when they come inside so they can only go one way. And the capacity of the whole place is only 130 people to make sure that not everybody can come inside over there. And we also practice proper social distancing here at the same time. So we really made it an effort to make sure that as aligned to the Ingat Angat campaign by the private sector, that we are doing a sort of guarded vigilance as we open. We realize that there's an importance to create a balance between saving health and saving the economy. And we're just trying to do our own little way of helping regain consumer confidence in going out and dining out again at the same time.
So you are
yes.
So you're breathing new life into the small food business despite the restrictions. Are you not planning to open more of Mercato Central's food fair in other areas, so at least to revive as well the other food vendors in other areas of Metro Manila?
We would love to right now, if anybody's listening to us, all of the big malls out there or other venues, we would love to help. In fact, what we did is we wanted to pilot this area, first of all, to make sure that there was proof of concept that we could do it, diba? The more important thing was that we needed to find a great outdoor space. The Bonifacio High Street Amphitheater was a fantastic outdoor space, open air, very clean air. The things can just, the flow of air is very good. I was watching the CNN video earlier on. It's important to be in open air areas. and was still very near residential condominiums and offices. So it was a very good area, conducive to that one. And since it apparently works, we've already been approached by several other mall developments and residential developments to bring this concept to their area as well. And we're very happy to do that one because, like I said, we've already gone through the butas ng karay, the eye of the needle, to make sure that the standards of the outdoor market pass IATF standards. So if there are more areas out there, we're glad to work with you. We're glad to help revive all the food industry, both small food businesses and restaurants, one dish at a time.
And on top of helping both restaurants and small food vendors, RJ, get back on their feet, Mercato's also paying it forward despite the challenging situation.
I guess, Rico, we're all challenged by this situation, but I think it's also very important, especially for our millennials out there, that, you know, when you buy something, you want to make sure that you're also making a difference every time you buy food. So actually, in Mercato Central, every time you buy food over there, we're also going to give a portion of what we earn over here to Save the Children Philippines. Save the Children Philippines has a project called Project Aral, and in Project Aral, they help children from low-income families and children with disabilities to provide them with alternative learning platforms, particularly during this pandemic. So, I mean, this is a great experience. When you go out here, where can you go here in Metro Manila right now, where you get super high-end food like Wolfgang Steakhouse, Burnt Basque Cheesecake by Chele, El Chupacabra Street Tacos, but at the same time, you're eating isaw, you're eating bagnet, you're eating pork barbecue, your favorite street food, and every time you get to order, you're still helping save the children at the same time.
Oh, you're really making me hungry at 9:30 in the evening, RJ, and I will definitely visit Mercato Central in BGC this coming weekend. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, RJ Ledesma, co-founder of Mercato Central.